and again with another great exercise to develop our emotional self-awareness. Today we're going to be talking about the emotional triggers map. So we're going to think about and we're going to start applying some of our logic and a lot of our conscious selves to actually build a map of the things that trigger us and how we react to them, because that's going to help us be much more aware of them. And that is going to potentiate not just this exercise, but any other exercise that we can do to develop our emotional self-awareness. So step one, we're going to start by just making a normal list. So just a list of your emotional triggers, things that upset you. It doesn't matter what emotion they evoke initially, just anything that upsets you, that puts you ill at ease somehow. So for example, you can make a list of criticism, being ignored, being rushed, being screamed at. What exactly is it that triggers you? It doesn't matter what emotion, but things that trigger you into whatever emotional trigger it is. So the first thing, again, just make the list. Simple and easy. Anything that upsets you, make the list. That makes the list. Second, let's start tracking our reactions to each of those triggers. So if you already know, so for example, when people criticize me, I feel sad. So again, and when I feel sad, I eat. So for example, we're actually tracking not just what it is that triggered an emotion, but what emotion it is and where does it lead? What is the reaction that I have? Let's say when people raise their voice at me, I get angry. And when I get angry, I raise my voice back. So again, we're actually tracking the trigger to whatever emotion, to whatever reaction I have. And step three, let's actually explore the relationship between each trigger and the emotion it sets off. And of course, the reaction. So for example, again, somebody raises their voice at me, I raise my voice back. Let's explore it. Why? Why do I do this? What is it that it's making me feel? I'm angry. Yes, but why am I angry at somebody raising their voice at me? How do I feel? Do I feel disrespected? Do I feel afraid? Do I feel attacked? What it is that I'm trying, that is actually happening here? And try to track it back to wherever it comes from, because most of these triggers tend to come from our history, from some time in our past, something that just made our brains create a connection with our emotions and our reactions to help us survive a difficult situation. So the more we explore them, the easier it is for us to actually understand them, to understand our emotions and be aware of what's happening at most of the time with ourselves and our emotional selves. So again, great exercise. Remember, it's an emotional triggers map. It's going to trigger what sets off certain emotions, and then we can explore them to understand ourselves a lot better. And of course, this is going to help us develop our emotional self-awareness, which is going to be the starting point and the most important starting point to actually start taking control of our lives and be able to create a better version of ourselves. If you like this video, like always, give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and of course, if you know anybody who needs to develop their emotional self-awareness, who is going to benefit from this exercise, please do share. They're going to be thankful. You're going to be happy. Everybody's going to be happy. See you next time.